In the meantime, back in Colombia, our correspondent Natalia Margarita tells us about the concerns of the rural communities regarding the escalation of the 5-decade-old conflict, which has left over 220,000 deaths and over 6 million people affected.
March this year, an unprecedented agreement between the army and the FARC was announced. As both parties will jointly start clearing Colombia's landmines, rural residents celebrated the decision as the first concrete measure that, resulting from the ongoing peace negotiations, would start alleviating their lives. Now concern is running high among communities.
Any incident that takes place amid the armed conflict could have an impact over such an important decision of demining. Our biggest concern is that the demining process ends up reversing, as it already has happened with the unilateral ceasefire that was reversed and the suspension of airstrikes.
The concern comes in the wake of the recent escalation of the conflict that, according to local communities, is thwarting the conditions for a demining operation and very likely would lead to more mines planting.
To clear landmines is risky itself, and the risks increase when conflict is underway, when armed confrontation is taking place. That is why, once again, we as indigenous communities, also as human rights advocates, call on a bilateral ceasefire, so that the mining process can develop under better conditions and that we can also contribute on it.
According to the director of Colombian Campaign Against Mines, Álvaro Jiménez, the FARC and the government have complied with the agreed demining operation, and that is why, regardless of the recent conflict escalation, a detailed field recognition continues to be underway in Antioquia, one of Colombia's states initially chosen to implement the demining pilot plan. However, he insists on the necessity of a cessation of hostilities.
The demining process is designed to construct confidence among the parties involved, but also confidence from society towards the peace process. However, the increase in operations outside of the demining areas, the increase of airstrikes, deaths, attacks, and in general the escalation of the conflict, I believe will destroy the confidence of the society towards the peace negotiations.
Residents of Colombia's war zones have insisted on a bilateral ceasefire as a way to bring down to their territories what so far has been agreed in Havana. Natalia Margarita, Telesur, Bogotá, Colombia.